So I'm going to show you an overview of it. You can put like a marker, or you can put what is it, the 3 dots, or something for importance. But first of all, this one, cone patterned jar, most important. And then we have to do, somebody asked me, hold on, and we have to do for midterm exam. Yes, you are doing SU1, SU2, SU3, SU4. So there are 4 little exams that you are taking, and each exam you have, each test you have 3 questions inside. So 3 times 4 are 12. Is it clear, Jane? Okay. So so these are the summary of it. So definitely you should know the cone pattern jar, and then you should definitely know the tomb of dancers. You can mark it, tomb of dancers. And then you should definitely know that these 2 ceramics of 3 kingdoms. And then this one, 2 meditative bodhisattva of Maitreya. Really, really important. You may put 5 stars in it. And then if we move on, if we come to these 2 Avalokiteshvaras holding little medicinal bowls, very, very important, these 2. And then 9-story pagodas. You must know 9-story pagodas. And then that pagoda is like this, right? Hwangyongsa 9-story pagoda shown over here, and this is very important. And then we all studied the Buddhist art, right? But the only secular work we studied in 3 kingdoms is this astrological tower. Very, very important. And then if we come to Korea dynasty, that Avalokiteshvara, water moon, I think it would be important or not important. Very, very crucial. This is a unique iconography for Korea dynasty. So you should be able to write a beautiful essay on this. And then this one I didn't even explain in my class, so it's okay to skip. And then incense burner, very important. And then you should be able to explain the relationship of technology between incense burner and the movable typeset. And then if you come here, Korea Celadon, there is definitely 1 question out of these 4 slides. Is it clear now? So now I am going into each. Yes.
Did you mention the first 2 or 3 that you said after the cone-shaped?
Oh, yeah. So the cone patterned jar, very important from prehistoric period. And then do you see the dancer, the Muyongchong, the dancers? This is very important as well. And then I actually forgot ring, but do you remember the hunting images from this Muyongchong tomb? That is important too. You can remember. And then these 2 ceramics are important. And then Maitreya is very, very important. So I'm going into the slide and explain each work. Is everything good? Okay. Coming on to here. So you may want to take a note on a piece of paper or directly on your PowerPoint as I explain. So this is a cone patterned vessel of Neolithic period of Korea. So this is the beginning of artistic expression in Korean art and civilization. Why do we consider this as artistic expression? Because the shape itself, right, like a bottom pointing, the shape itself is very intentional. And as you can see, that meticulous incised lines, decoration all over the vessel are also signs of artistic effort. And then you also have these diagonal lines on the top and on the bottom, and You know, like there are like a 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all very intentional. We know all the symbolic meanings. No, we don't, because we didn't have scripts or any other information. So we don't know the meaning, but simply the geometric patterns, but they were very intentional, and that involves artistic intentions, right? The thickness of it, or you know, how many times you're going to repeat all of these. So they did 4000 BCE, discovered in Amsadong of Seoul. But what most important is you have to know the process of how to make this technique. How do you create this? You should be able to explain what the process of creating this type of cone patterned vessel. So that is your essay question. So can anybody try to explain how to make this?
Are you referring to the shape of it or the design?
The shape. How do you create this? Remember what we discussed last time?
They would put the clay, like the open part, on the ground and shape the top of it pointed, right?
Oh, okay, so I am out. Yeah, that is Jackson, right? So do you remember the pattern called, the method called coiling? Does anybody remember what coiling is? So definitely you should go to the unit 1 and see the slide. I have accompanying pictures, but let me go into my PowerPoint. So you are going to make it with the pointed bottom. Like, so in fact, when you make it, you put upside, and then you are going to put the coils. This is going to be put upside down, meaning it will be look like this. And then you actually started coiling from the bottom and up like this. And then when you finish the coiling, you are going to smoothen the surface of it, right? And then what do? You are going to put decorations, right, on the surface. And then once that is over, then you are going to bake it, maybe like an open fire food. I mean, open fire pit. Not just one, several of them. You put them together and then bake it at a certain temperature, but not very high. Maybe you will go to 300 to 400 degrees centigrade, and then you bake it, and then it becomes like this. So there is no glazing, so that it is not as durable as stoneware or porcelain of the later time. But it is a great technology because you can either use it for your funeral rituals or your food storages or all kinds of activities. And where did the people live during the Neolithic period?
By the river.
By the river. I think it was one of those quiz questions. So you live by the river, so that's why you have access to abundant clay, like sort of wet clay, so that you can shape it and you can bake it. So that's Neolithic period.